Hello there. Now let me show you what that sounds like if you just walk through it. I want to talk about walking unobtrusively in the woods. And I chose that word very carefully. Now we're out here at my local park. There's a ball field and all kind of stuff that way. But this is a wooded area and it is there's enough here. If you look, you see how much underbrush. Listen, it's that flipping tall. Okay, that's a foot and a half, 2 foot in the wintertime. Okay, all of this stuff in around here. This is a good place to demonstrate what I'm talking about. Now I have there's 4 or 5 kids running through here now because this is a park, a public park in the middle of town. So they might roll through here as well. I don't know. But I want to talk about walking unobtrusively in the woods. You're not going to walk completely silent in the woods, no matter how good you are or how well you've been trained. Okay? The ninja art of moving silently, it ain't going to do him much good in these woods. Okay, it might work on a human, but the animals that live in this place know every sound, they know every smell. Okay, they know every color, they know everything in these woods. And they understand what it is, and they can tell by the way it moves what it is. So if I want to walk in these woods, I have to act like I live here, like I'm a part of these woods. Well, what's alive that's a part of these woods? An animal. All the animals in these woods, except for like a bear, a large predator, have small feet and they're extremely nervous because they're prey animals, unless it's a fox. And he's going to be really, really quiet and move like I just moved because he's trying to get up on something before it sees him because he's hungry. But either way, the footprint is small and they're not moving very fast. As a matter of fact, they're going to move a step or two, maybe three, depending on what the ground is like. If it's really wet, they can be much quieter. If there's powdery snow on it, they can be much quieter. If everything's dry as a bone and everything snaps and all that stuff, they're going to walk slower. If there's snow on the ground and it's got like a little sheet of ice on it so that every time something walks through it, it'll go crunch, crunch, crunch. A lot of times they'll hold up. Unless they're really hungry, didn't get a chance to eat before the front came in, that kind of deal, they're going to hold up because every move they make is going to make a noise. Okay? So if I want to walk through these woods and not disturb anything, for whatever reason, if I'm hunting or if I'm going through the woods because I want to observe animals or whatnot, okay? For whatever reason, maybe I'm doing wildlife photography and I want to move quietly because I don't want to spook anything. I want to find the animals and take pictures of them. Then I need to walk like they would walk in these woods. One of the things that you should do, that you should be conscious of, is how you place your foot on the ground. Remember, I said small feet, light steps, okay? So I'm not going to plant my foot like that. I'm not going to do that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go You understand? What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a little bit of my weight back. You don't want it so far back that you lose balance, but you want your weight back. The reason you want your weight back a little bit is because when you step forward, you want to, and step down, you want to have control over how you land that foot. And if your weight is more forward, you're going to stomp more. Also, like, I don't know if you heard, but I stepped on a little twig back there when I was coming toward the camera. I didn't see it, and it was so small I didn't even feel it. Now, I wear tennis shoes most of the time in the woods because I want a soft sole so that there are times when I can step my foot down and feel a twig or stick under me, and I can shift my weight in such a way that I can step forward and never even break that stick. If I can feel it through my feet, some of them are too small and you can't. But also, if I can feel it under my feet, then I can adjust. I can, if I set my foot down and I feel that, I can adjust off of it. And you'll have to excuse me. I'm doing the best that I can, but I don't have a cameraman. Uh, this is not Paramount Studios, okay? This is Mike Baker Jackleg Studio. That's going to be the name of my Jackleg Studio, okay? That's what this is. But anyway, that's important. And I know, oh, I need my boots in the snow. No. Well, you can if you want. But I'm going to wear soft sole shoes if I can. If I can find a pair of boots that has soft soles and I want boots, I'll wear them. I'm pretty sure they're out there. You just have to look. But you want to be able to feel under your feet when you walk. The other thing is these animals, they're going to walk, they're going to stop. Okay. Why? Because everything out here that's not one of them is trying to eat them. Okay, so it's in their best interest. If you try to go fast through the woods and be quiet, they're going to see you. That to them is a fast. If I walk like this, if I'm moving like this, but I keep, if I move like that and I stop every couple of steps and wait a while and look around, that's well and good. But if I'm in a hurry and I keep doing that and I'm walking as softly as I can, but I'm taking 4, 5, 6 steps, to them that's a fast movement through the woods. They're going to see it. Okay, if you're hunting, it's best to be upwind of your prey because they'll smell you. They're going to smell you. And one of the things when I used to hunt deer a lot, which I can't do anymore physically, and there's no place around here to do it anymore, unless you own land, unless you pay some guy that owns the land $250 a year or whatever he wants, so that you can hunt on his land and have exclusive rights and all that crap. Around here, it's pretty sewed up anymore, and you can't hunt. But if you're hunting, there have been many a time that I spotted a buck because I could smell him. During the rut, I could smell his stinky rear end a long time before I saw him. And so I smelled him and I froze. And I waited 5, 10 minutes till he rolled into sight. Because I knew he was there, I could smell him. They're a whole lot better at that than you and I am. Okay. That's another thing, movement. If you move around, You want to do it very slowly. If you've got to scratch, okay? Because what I'm talking about is not walking into the woods and not anybody hearing you or anything, or even sometimes seeing you, even dressed like this. You know, people do the camo and stuff like that. I can hunt in something like this. The deer's not really going to see that color. This pattern will break me up. As long as I don't start doing a bunch of this crap, and when I know that they're looking at me, I don't move, they won't even notice I'm there. Okay? And I know because I've done it. All right. Um, if you back up into an evergreen tree or something like that and be still, they won't see you either. But I'm just saying, this is not really a hunting video, but one of the reasons the reason I learned to walk through the woods like that was because I was hunting. Okay. But it doesn't matter. Now I do it when I do photography because I'm trying to get wildlife on uh, digital media, because they're not on film anymore. They're on digital media. But anyway, that's the deal. If you want to be quiet in the woods, it's not so much how quiet you are, it's what you sound like when you make a noise. Another thing you should realize is when you're moving around in the woods, you want to pick your feet up, because there's all of this stuff. All of this stuff, okay? You want to be careful. When I came through here, when you saw me pass around this, I raised my arm up to come over that instead of taking my arm and brushing against that. That twig or brush doing that right there, that's somebody going, hey, I'm over here. Now, you're not always going to be perfect. Like, you're going to step on a twig here or there. It's going to happen. If you make a noise that is not normal, stop. Wait 30 seconds, wait a minute and a half before you make a single move. I didn't do that when I mean, I don't know, you might not even hear it. I don't know how well the camera is picking up my steps. Okay. But down that way a bit, I stepped on a very small twig. It made a very small noise. Like I said, the camera might not even have picked it up. But if there's any kind of animals around here, and I guarantee you they heard that. Okay? I might not hear it. You might not hear it, but they heard that. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to stop and be still until they stop looking in this direction. Then I can move. There's those kids I was talking about. Anyway, that's my take on it. Not an expert. I'm not trained in fieldcraft or anything like that. I'm a hunter, a fisherman, a sportsman, someone who spends a lot of time in the woods or has over his lifetime. That would be my advice. If you want to be a part of the woods without making yourself conspicuous, that's how you do it. Bless you. I'll talk to you later.